Conference matchup, the Samford Bulldogs out of the Southern Conference and the North Alabama Lions out of the A-Sun. Meeting for the first time at Samford. It's the fourth meeting this season between these two teams. Hey everybody, alongside EJ Brophy, I'm Graham Doty. Happy to be with you. And EJ, fourth meeting this season between these two teams. All three previous games have been decided by 2 runs or less. If history repeats itself, this one should be fun.
Yeah, 2 interstate rivals, one from Florence, one from Birmingham. It's going to be a good one. Let's get it on.
Let's check out the starting lineup for the visiting North Alabama Lions. This is a roster for North Alabama that leads the A-Sun in batting average, doubles, and home runs. The player to really keep an eye on is Harley Stokes in that 6th spot. She leads the A-Sun in RBIs. Ashley Kozark is the head coach, 9 years now. She has over 300 wins. Won a national championship at the Division II level back in 2016. The starting pitcher tonight for the Samford Bulldogs is the freshman out of Macon, Georgia, Jordan Partain. And EJ, she has been incredible in the circle, especially as of late for Samford.
Done a great job. 6-6 on the year, 92.2 innings pitched, 4.08 ERA. 52 strikeouts against 34 walks. Opponents hitting .256 against her. She was fantastic this past weekend, and the Samford Bulldogs are hoping that she can keep this powerful UNA offense at bay here tonight in Birmingham.
She was the conference pitcher of the week 2 weeks ago. The defense behind her, Catherine Briskin Yantis in the outfield. The infield, Sherbert, Tedder, Squalachi, Cahoon. The senior, it's Colby Holcomb with Jordan Partain in the circle. This is the defense for Samford. Best fielding percentage in the SoCon and the fewest amount of errors in the conference as well. And weather-wise, it is absolutely gorgeous in Birmingham. First pitch underway, misses for ball 1. But it's 77 degrees, wind gusting out towards right center field at 8 miles an hour tonight. There's a strike peppered in. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Rather, that one actually misses. So 2-0 count on Lexi Harper.
Very important for Harper to get on. If you're a UNA fan, if you're a Bulldog fan, you want to retire her and don't let the leadoff hitter on the base paths.
There's a strike fired in. So Jordan Partain touched on it a moment ago. She's just been incredible in the circle as of late. She has only allowed 1 earned run her last 25 and a third innings pitched in the circle. Delivers another strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes on Lexi Harper.
Yeah, Partain was fantastic this weekend against Chattanooga in an extra inning affair. 9 innings, went all the way, got the win for the Bulldogs. Hoping to give them a shot in the arm today against UNA.
2-2 to Harper. Yanks it foul, count stays the same. So this is the Samford team only down to 2 pitchers. Mackenzie Newcomb, who was just named the SoCon Pitcher of the Week. She did not earn the start today. Newcomb has thrown 13 innings against North Alabama this season. Jordan Partain has only thrown 3 innings this year against the Lions. That's upstairs. Count is full on Harper. And in those 3 innings, Partain gave up 6 hits and only 1 run. These two teams opened the regular season against each other and played a doubleheader in Florence. 3-2. Low for ball 4. What an at-bat to start the game for Lexi Harper in North Alabama.
Yeah, Lexi Harper being a good leadoff hitter here. She knows her team needs her on base to set the table for these other big-time hitters coming up. And she is on first base right now, and UNA has wasted no time getting things going here in the first.
This brings up the freshman Haley Jones out of Summertown, Tennessee. Played at Summertown High School, where she won a pair of 1A state championships. Cranks one to center field. It's caught by Briskin. That ball was absolutely tattooed, but it was hit right to Briskin for the out.
This might be the hardest ball I've seen hit in this stadium this year. Haley Jones got on top right there and hits an absolute bullet. First pitch, level swing. Amanda Briskin standing right there, records out 1.
It just sounded different coming off the bat as well. That was a missile. So 1 out, runner on first base. First pitch to the new batter. Misses outside for ball 1. This is Malia Hargett, senior from Hayden, Alabama. Took advantage of her COVID year. She's approaching 200 career games played, I should say, for the Lions.
Well, being a Hargett and being from Hayden, Alabama, I'm sure she's kin to the Hargett brothers up there. Do such a great job at Hayden High School. Won the principal, won the football coach, and she's been a wonderful player for UNA.
Yeah, not only this season, but throughout the course of her career, she sprays that one foul. She enters today's game with a 6-game hitting streak. Leads the Lions in runs scored this season. Two, one, that's called a strike by Frank Holcomb, tonight's home plate umpire. Joe Pike is at first, Greg Hill, umpire at third base.
Her dad is Kim Hargett, football coach at Hayden High School, and a sidearm closer for UAB in the late 80s.
Former Blazer yourself. Hit in the air to left field. It is brought in by Cothran for the second out.
Yeah, good job right here by everybody. Nice pitch, ball struck well, and a good job by Cothran getting a good jump on it. The last two hitters for the UNA Lions have really put the bat on the ball, Graham.
Yeah, they really have. Again, this is a North Alabama roster that leads the ASUN in team batting average, 322, doubles, and home runs. Here's another hard hit ball. This one drops in for a base hit. It's a 2-out single for Georgia Land.
I'll tell you what, the UNA Lions have worn their hitting shoes tonight. The last three hitters, especially the first two, and now this beautiful swing here by Georgia Land. And UNA first and second with 2 outs. Samford trying to get in the dugout.
New batter, it's the sophomore Emma Broadfoot from Danville, Alabama. Takes strike 1. Broadfoot made the ASUN freshman team last year. She's been an RBI machine this year. She's second in the conference with 43 RBIs. Down and outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Look at the numbers for Broadfoot this season.
Danville, Alabama, right outside of Tarrant, in between Fultondale and Tarrant, the home of the great Bobby Bowden.
And of course, Bobby Bowden ties to Samford. Two-one count on Broadfoot. Partain's offering in the dirt.
Really a dangerous situation here for Partain. Got a really good 5-hole hitter and a cripple count, 3-1. Last thing you want to do if you're a Bulldog fan is give up several runs in the first inning.
That's low for ball 4. Bases are loaded for North Alabama, and Harley Stokes, the conference RBI leader, will step up to the plate.
Now batting number 19.
Yeah, if you wanted to pick your poison there, you would have definitely wanted to pitch to Broadfoot as opposed to going after Stokes. Stokes, a super hitter, and she's got the bases loaded here. Senior from Demopolis, Alabama.
Takes strike 1. Stokes has absolutely torched Samford over the course of her career. She's 7 for 19. With 1 double and 4 home runs. Big swing and a miss, 0-2.
Two really good pitches by Partain. Down and away, up and in. Now it's a situation, if you're a Bulldog fan, you want Partain to start nibbling. Is it down and away? Is it climbing the ladder? What is it going to be? But you definitely don't want to give her anything good to hit here.
She goes low and outside to make it 1-2.
You can still nibble here. You're up in the count, 1-2. You can still nibble. She's already swung through a high inside fastball. What you can't do is miss your spot here. It'll be 4-0. Now the cat and mouse game continues. Stokes back even. Her confidence is increased. Partain realizes she can continue to nibble, but not as much. Got to think in terms of inner third, outer third, as opposed to corners.
Called strike 3. Monster strikeout for Jordan Partain in the circle. It's her first of the afternoon. And North Alabama leaves the bases loaded. When we return to Birmingham, we'll take a look at their Samford lineup when we come back.
These are the student athletes. This is where they battle. These are their homes. This is where they become Rhodes Scholars and academic All-Americans. This is where titles are forever. This is the Southern Conference.
Bottom of the first, no score between Samford and North Alabama. Let's take a look at the lineup tonight for the Bulldogs. This is a lineup which is second in the SoCon and team batting average. Sarah Squillace is a spark plug in that leadoff spot. MK Tedder has been dominant. She's hitting third. Kimball Cassidy is the head coach for Samford. In her first season, spent 11 years as the head coach at Birmingham Southern. So in the circle tonight for North Alabama, earning the starts on the road, it's the freshman Elena Escobar out of Spring Hill, Tennessee.
Escobar 2-2, 39 and a third innings pitched, 3.56 ERA, 28 Ks against 14 walks. Opponents hitting .308 against her. She's going to try to keep this solid Samford Bulldog lineup at bay tonight here in Birmingham.
Defensively tonight for North Alabama, Hargett, Harper, Bevis in the outfield. Broadfoot, Kirby, Jones, Stokes on the infield with Georgia Land behind the plate catching. First offering from Escobar misses high for ball 1 to Sarah Squillace.
If you didn't see Squillace this past weekend, she did it all. She played second, she ran the bases, she hit, she sold peanuts, she raked the field, she watered the grass. She was amazing.
1 ball, 1 strike to count on Squillace. She reached base in every game in that 3-game series against Chattanooga. Was a vital part of the success for Samford, sweeping Chattanooga for the first time in 5 years. That's foul back, 1-2 on Squillace.
She has ultimate energy every day. Whether it's February, whether it's May, she is like the Energizer Bunny. That's what you need at second base, and that's what you need in the leadoff spot.
Swing and a miss at a rise ball. Escobar strikes out the first batter of the night.
Nice pitch by Escobar. She had Squillace 1-2 and decided to climb the ladder away. Puts it right where she wants it on the rise ball, as you heard Graham say. Squillace not able to catch up, out 1.
Freshman Michaela Cothran steps in the batter's box out of Cumming, Georgia. Drops a butt, picked up by Escobar. Close play at first, and it's in time to record the out.
Yeah, your rule on your base hit bunting is you want to be perfect or foul, and this one's too fat, too close to Escobar, who fields her position and makes the out at first. Freshman mistake that 33 will learn from, and she'll only get better and better.
2 outs, bases empty for the senior shortstop for Samford. It's M.K. Tedder out of Hoover, Alabama. We have time called. And our home plate umpire, Frank Olcomb, just wanted the music to be stopped playing before that pitch was fired in by Escobar. So here we go. Ball 1 to Tedder. Tedder leads the SoCon in batting average. Also leads the conference in doubles with 16. She went just 1 for 9, though, against Chattanooga.
Tedder's dad, as we've discussed before, a long-time Birmingham Baron here in town, the AA affiliate of the Chicago White Sox. He is her personal hitting coach as well, and whatever they're doing is working because she's been swinging a hot bat this season.
There's a strike delivered in by Escobar. Game plan tonight for North Alabama and Escobar. Ashley Kozark would like Escobar to go at least 2 to 3 innings. They would like to utilize Escobar this weekend in a critical ASUN matchup as North Alabama will take on Central Arkansas. Those teams are 1 and 2 in the division. An appeal down to first, and it's called a strike on M.K. Tedder.
Boy, I'd love to see the replay on that. I thought they just kind of appealed as just kind of a formality. I didn't even think she came close to going.
Swing and a miss. Escobar with 2 strikeouts in the first. Samford goes down in order. 1, 2, 3. We played 1 complete. No score in Birmingham between Samford and North Alabama.
Sports medicine and athletic training services.
It's the top of the second. No score between Samford and North Alabama. It'll be the bottom portion of the order on the way for the Lions. 7, 8, 9 batters. You're looking at the right fielder a moment ago. Sydney Bevis will kick the inning off for North Alabama. It's their first trip to Birmingham this season. Again, 4th meeting all time, or 4th meeting this season, I should say, between these two teams. North Alabama does lead the all-time series 5-4. So Sydney Bevis, sophomore, local product from Florence, takes strike 1.
Easy inning last inning for Elena Escobar and the UNA Lions, and now these big bats are right back in the batter's box. They've got 31 wins on the year, and you can see why the way they've swung the bat so far.
Swing and a miss for strike 2 on Bevis. North Alabama, after tonight, they will have a rare midweek game on a Thursday. They'll take on the Memphis Tigers next before hitting the road to play Central Arkansas. 0-2. It's up and outside. Whether that game will actually be in Florence, North Alabama, Central Arkansas.
And that'll be the battle of the purple and black.
A lot of purple.
Yeah, the Sugar Bears will be coming in from Arkansas, and if you know anything about them, they're the ones with the purple field. Boise's got the blue field. Central Arkansas has got the purple field.
Even on the baseball diamond as well. Foul territory is nothing but purple. 1 ball, 2 strikes, the count on Bevis. She's 0 for her last 11 at the plate. Partain's 1-2, misses.
UNA, two fantastic alums, the great Harlan Hill, who the Division II Heisman Trophy is named after, played for the Chicago Bears, and also the great George Goober Lindsay from the Andy Griffith Show.
2-2, line drive, base hit to left field. Leadoff single for Sydney Bevis, so that snaps her 0 for 11 streak as she's aboard to begin the second.
Well, the outs are hit hard, the hits are hit hard. UNA is really putting the bat on the ball tonight. Great job. Anytime a left-handed hitter like Bevis goes the other way, gives you a great opportunity to get more hits. There's a lot of hits on the backside, and here comes UNA again.
The batter, it's Taylor Brown, sophomore from Florence, Alabama. Played at Wilson High School, where she was teammates with Sydney Bevis, who's standing on first base.
A double play candidate. Harder to do in softball with the bases being closer together.
Popped up and out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike on Brown.
One thing about these UNA Lions, Graham, is they take violent swings. It's not a check swing. It's not a half swing. It's not a play and pepper swing. It is a violent, violent swing from all their hitters.
Runner on the move. It's a bunt. Sherbutt has it. Tries to go to second, and she records the out. What a play by the senior, Timberland Sherbutt.
Well, this is a big-time play by Sherbutt. It is very, very, very risky, especially early in the game. And what made this play is the runner at first base did not slide. Young players, you've got to slide on this play. It slows you down. That is a bad base-running play. I can assure you that they have got a washing machine in Florence that will get them britches clean. Young players slide into second base on that play.
1 out, runner on first base for the new hitter. It's the sophomore Haven Kirby, who takes ball 1. Kirby from Elkmont, Alabama. Only played in 1 game a season ago, and you see her numbers this season. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike.
A big, big break by the Samford Bulldogs there, and Timberland Sherbutt made it happen. We've talked before about her defensive prowess. Should be a runner on second with 1 out, but because of that nice play, it's only a man on first.
Kind of a check swing when it turns into a base hit to right field. Throw to first, gets past Merritt Cahoon. Heading to third, it's Taylor Brown. Play at second, and sliding in safely, it's Kirby. Wow.
Yeah, trying to do a little too much right here. And no matter what happens, no matter if it's a bad throw or if the ball should be caught, one way or another, this ball does not need to go into the dugout. And then UNA attempts to give an out to the Dogs, but sliding in safely up under the tag at second base. And now UNA's in business with second, third, 1 out.
It just looked like Merritt Cahoon was not anticipating that throw by the right fielder, Yantis.
Yeah, not a great throw either, and just a little too risky. Got away with 1 risky play on the bunt, but that one kind of hurt the Dogs, and now UNA's in business.
Lions left the bases loaded in the first inning. 1 out, runners on third and second with the top of the order now at the plate, and Lexi Harper. Swing and a miss.
Dogs have the infield in, especially on the left side. Not good wheels at third. Great hitter at third, but not great wheels. A ground ball to Squilacci would get her in. Other than that, I don't think she'll score. Now, if you're Harper in the batter's box, you got to choke up. You got to get on the plate. You got to try to hit the ball up the middle, put the ball in play, give your team a chance to score by putting the bat on the ball.
Swing and a miss. Huge strikeout for Partain. That's her second of the game.
Big time job by Partain. 3 straight fastballs away that Harper could not catch up to. And file that in your mental Rolodex, because we're going to see some more of that between Partain and Harper before the night's out.
Haley Jones, ground ball up the middle, and it's off the mid of Squillace, and North Alabama will score 2 runs to take the lead in the top of the second.
Well, those are 2 runs that Samford, depending on how this goes, are going to wish they had back. There were some freebies there. We had a bad throw from the outfield. This ball has got to be kept on the infield. It is not an easy play, but it's got to be kept on the infield and at least not let the runner at second score. So a couple of defensive mistakes by the Dogs after a base running error by UNA, and it's 2-0 Lions. And
it's ruled an error on Squillace's second error this inning for Samford. First pitch is a strike to Hargett, the new batter, who's 0 for 1 tonight. And EJ, remember, this is a Samford defense, best fielding percentage in the conference and the least amount of errors.
Well, they've definitely put Partain in a bad spot. She deserved a better fate here. Those 2 errors definitely led to those 2 runs. And now you got to face a darn good hitter, Malia Hargett. Now, I believe I see her dad sitting on the UNA side. Kim Hargett wearing a peach shirt. Former teammate of mine at UAB in the late 80s and football coach at Hayden High School. There you see his daughter Malaya hit the ball hard last time, trying to get on base this time for the Lions. There's Kim in the peach shirt. Looks like he could still play.
2-1. Off the mark, 3-1.
Seems like this the other day I was visiting the mound, talking to him, and when he was a 5th-year senior, and that was 1989. Graham, how old were you in 1989?
That would be
2 years old. Okay, it makes me feel old. Time marches on, my friend. Time marches on.
It's undefeated, isn't it?
It is undefeated. Full count. Runner at first will be on her way. That'll be Haley Jones taking off. She'll score on any ball that gets to the wall unless it's a rocket off the left field fence. We'll see how it unfolds.
3-2, softly hit to Tedder. She's going to shovel it to second base, and Squillace is there for the third and final out. So for North Alabama, the Lions scored 2 runs on 2 hits. They were helped out by 2 errors as well. Samford will try to answer when we come back. Bottom of the second, North Alabama leading 2-0.
We've come to this place from all over, and we've come for many different reasons. There are those who want to connect, and others who want to lead. There are some who want to create beautiful things, while others want to care for a hurting world. In the end, we are all here because this is a place where our passions find purpose. Samford University, for God, for learning, forever.
We can meet.
I miss you too.
Not as much as I do.
Fall in love. Even get a mortgage on our phone.
This is it.
Regions has a world-class digital mortgage experience. But if you need extra advice on life's biggest purchase, our mortgage loan officers can help you brave the beginning.
North Alabama ahead of Samford 2-0, bottom of the second. 10th meeting all time between these 2 programs, 4th meeting this season. North Alabama making the transition from the Gulf South Conference in Division II to Division I. That is a transition they have done very well. Last year, North Alabama finished at 500. In their first year, they went 6 games above 500 at the Division I level.
Well, anytime you got a national championship coach, I don't care if you're shooting marbles, that's pretty darn good, and UNA is built off that, and they got a nice ball club.
Timberland Sherbutt leads off for Samford. She will foul back the first pitch, and that coach, it is Ashley Kozark. She did sign a 4-year extension with North Alabama back on March 24th. What a job she has done. 9 years now as the head coach for the Lions. That's upstairs, 1-1.
Well, speaking of good coaches, Cozart is a good one, and Kimball Cassidy for Samford's a good one too. And she had her girls in front of the dugout between innings, and she was giving them what my daddy would call down in the country. And she was saying, let's go, let's catch the ball, let's hit the ball, let's play better.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. How many of those conversations did you have with your father?
Had a lot of them growing up. Made me better.
Here's the 1-2.
Timberland Sherbert, a dynamite hitter for Samford. Didn't have as many hits the weekend as she wanted, had some. Trying to get on base here for the Dogs here in a second.
Fly ball to center field. It's a long play by Lexi Harper, who makes the catch for the out.
This is the first changeup that Escobar's thrown tonight, and it wasn't a great one, but it was just enough to get Timberland Sherbert off balance. It was a nice swing by Sherbert, but she hit it just a hair off the end of the bat. You see her pull the string. Sherbert was just a hair out in front of it, so instead of it being a double or a homer, it's a fly out to Lexi Harper in center field for out 1.
New base hitter, it's Mered Cahoon, takes ball 1. Cahoon, the junior first baseman out of Vestavia Hills, Alabama. She had a big weekend against Chattanooga in the sweep for Samford. She's hit safely in her last 8. Pulls it foul, 1-1 on Cahoon.
Cahoon's seeing the ball good right now. She saw it good the weekend. She seems to be seeing it good early in this game. Solid player for Samford.
She's seen it well against UNA this season. She's 7 for 13 against the Lions with a pair of doubles. Pops that one up, out of play, 1-2. That was close to us.
Yeah, if I would have had the Harry Carey shrimp net, I might be able to get it, but out of reach. Cahoon hanging tough. Trying to get something to hit here, get on base and help the Dogs here in the home half of the second.
She calls for time with a 1-2 count. This is a Samford team 11-1 in the SoCon. That is the best start in program history in conference play.
Good job right here by Cahoon. This is a really good pitch by Escobar. Cahoon does a good job of fouling it off, living to fight another pitch. That's what it takes sometimes, is fouling off those tough pitches until you can get one that's a little bit better to hit.
Driven to left field, but played perfectly by Hargett for the out.
Yeah, this ball was hit right on the button. Really nice swing by Merritt Cahoon. She gets a fastball up, she attacks, she gets the barrel out, but it's one of them atom balls right at Hargett, 2 down.
Two outs, base is empty for the freshman Gwenny Hornibrook, as Samford looks to pick up their first base runner of the night.
Gwenny had a good weekend. Had a homer Sunday and a single.
She's trying to pick up her first base hit this season against North Alabama. She's 0 for 6 against the Lions. Look where that ball ended up, all the way in the bullpen.
Hitters on both sides seem to be seeing the ball very well tonight. Nobody seems to be fooled very much. Everybody attacking the softball.
Popped up, foul territory, down the left field line, and the shortstop, Kirby, comes up with it for the final out of the inning. Escobar's cruising in the circle for North Alabama. 6 up and 6 down. It's a 2-run lead for the Lions after 2.
Checking accounts with rewards, savings accounts, credit cards, digital banking, business loans. The real reason people switch from their bank to us? Lower rates on loans and better service. Make the switch today. No, like, seriously, you should switch.
Our dreams change over the years. Part of feeling equipped to follow them means having health insurance you can count on. With Blue Cross comes peace of mind. Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Alabama. We cover what matters.
It's the top of the third, and North Alabama leads Samford 2-0. In the 4th meeting this season between these two schools, 10th overall meeting. And you get the sense these two teams will play a lot against each other in the upcoming years and seasons. Not too far away from each other.
Now batting number 25.
Decent amount of North Alabama fans made the trip to Birmingham. Two good teams that are having great seasons. Georgia Land swings at the first pitch and will have new life. That was just out of the reach of Merritt Cahoon.
Yeah, got jammed on that play, and nobody could get to it, and it was just one of those goofy balls in the Bermuda Triangle that nobody could get to. Nobody's fault. Just gives Land another shot at it.
Land over the weekend, she was just 1 for 12 against Jacksonville State. Her only hit was a home run. She starts tonight off with a single back in the first. Appeal down to first base does not go around, according to Joe Pike. So Georgia Land with a 1-ball, 1-strike count. Pulls that one foul, 1-2. Land played her freshman season at UT Martin, played in 42 games for the Skyhawks. She's from Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Played for her dad, Brian, in high school at Lawrence County High School. Softly hit, Sherbutt has it over to first, 1 away.
Good job by Partain. She controlled that entire at bat, put the ball where she wanted, induced a harmless ground ball from Land, out 1.
Strike 1 to Broadfoot. By the way, for Partain, those 2 runs that she gave up last inning are unearned runs. Again, she's only allowed 1 earned run going back to her last 27 1/3 in the circle. M.K. Tedder with a catch.
Yeah, good job here by Partain attacking the hitter. Ball was struck well to Tedder. Right on the button, but Tedder is there. And Partain and the Dogs are going to be looking to get in the dugout with no more damage from these Lions.
You said it a moment ago, even on the outs, North Alabama is just really crushing the ball tonight.
Yeah, they're not fooled much. They're not fooled much at all. They hit foul balls hard. They hit fair balls hard. They're not fooled very much at all. And you can tell they've got some dynamite hitters on this club. A lot of people hitting over 300. In fact, every single soul in their lineup tonight is hitting over 300 except Bevis and Kirby, and they came in hitting 293 and 296 respectively.
So you can see why they lead the conference in team batting average, doubles, and home runs. This ball popped up left side. The left fielder, Cothran, has it. And for the first time tonight, North Alabama goes down in order. 1, 2, 3 in the third. Bottom of the third, coming up next, North Alabama leading 2-0.
Looking to advance your career? Do it with a nationally recognized MBA from Samford University's Brock School of Business. Brock's program design is flexible for the working professional. It's customizable with concentrations in data analytics, finance, and sports business. Think about it. In 2 short years, you can graduate with an MBA from the Brock School of Business, an AACSB accredited school at Samford University. Apply today.
We don't only raise our crops here, we raise our families here. It's not easy for Ingalls to deal with small farmers. It's easy for them to call one big supplier, give them a PO and say, fill it, but they buy local. You have that special product that only Ingalls can provide.
Ingalls, we're with you every step of the way.
Here you see Yantis getting ready to lead off the bottom of the third for Samford. Bulldogs looking for their first base runner tonight. North Alabama leading 2-0. Escobar, EJ, she has been off to a very fast start. 2 strikeouts, but she's retired everybody that she's faced so far. She's looked awfully sharp in the circle.
Yeah, she's a tough cookie, has really commanded the strike zone well and competed hard and got a lot of fire. So she has done exactly what head coach Ashley Cozart has wanted her to do in the first 2 innings of this ball game.
First pitch to Yantis is in there for strike 1. So Escobar, her season got off to an interesting start. She had mono, so she had to take 2 or 3 weeks off, and then coaching staff wanted to gently ease her back into it. And she's really had a great season for North Alabama in the circle. And when you look at the numbers, this is a North Alabama team. They're pretty deep in the circle. 5 different pitchers used. All 5 have thrown at least 37 innings or more. But this is a staff led by Macy Birdyshaw. 118 innings pitched this season for Birdyshaw for the Lions. Don't anticipate seeing her tonight. Again, Ashley Cozart was telling us she wants to get Escobar some action tonight and also some of the other pitchers. Game plan for the Lions is to save Birdyshaw for the pivotal 3-game series against Central Arkansas this weekend. First pitch misses, 2-2.
And that's going to be magnified because, as you mentioned, the Memphis Tigers will be playing UNA tomorrow night, so that's more pitching. So got a lot of games tonight, tomorrow, and the weekend.
Count is now full on Yantis, the sophomore out of Powder Springs, Georgia. Yantis had 4 hits over the weekend against Chattanooga.
Big pitch in the game here. If Yantis gets on, she can really run. They might bunt her over. You never know. You want to get the leadoff person on if you're Samford.
Swing and a miss. Escobar for their 3rd strikeout of the night.
Escobar has been very, very good tonight. Right down Broadway, right down the middle on 3 and 2. She says, hey, look, here it is. Hit it if you can. And it was a strikeout.
Here's the senior catcher, Colby Holcomb. Takes strike 1.
Only the 2nd changeup Escobar's thrown tonight, and it was a dandy.
Well, Ashley Cozart said that changeup, one of the best pitches in the arsenal of Escobar. Popped up on the infield. Who wants it? It's the catcher in the batter's box. Georgia Land makes the catch. She barely had to move at all.
Yeah, Georgia Land kind of does it in an unorthodox way. She leaves her mask on and she faces the mound. Typically, you want to take your mask off and put your back to the mound. But when you catch the ball, all is forgiven. Typically, you take your mask off and spin around because that ball is spinning like a cursive L, a cursive lowercase L. But Land said, hey, no big deal, I got it.
Amanda Briskin takes ball 1. So you want your back to the circle in the mound because of the spin of the softball?
The spin is going to go, for all the other players on the field, they're facing the plate and the ball comes right to them on the spin. But for the catcher, they're reversed, so they've got to spin around like the other fielders so that their back is to the mound so the ball will come to them. The ball will move in the path of a cursive lowercase L. And if you don't know what that is, get your grandmama to show you on a piece of paper and you'll know, but that's the way it's done.
That slaps foul.
Next time you watch a big league baseball game, watch what those catchers do on that play. They're going to take that mask off. Sometimes you even take a couple steps toward the mound, spin around so your back is to the mound and it'll spin right back to you. Two and two count here. See a lot of kids out at the ballpark tonight. That's what it's all about. Kids here with their parents, kids here with their grandparents, kids here with aunts, uncles. That's what it's all about. That's how you learn. You see them right there. This is how you learn.
Good night to be at the ballpark as well. 2-2, it's called strike 3. Escobar has been dominant, has not allowed a base runner in 3 innings of action. She's up to 4 strikeouts, and after 3 in Birmingham, it's a 2-run lead for North Alabama.
Tasha, did you know Geico could save you hundreds on car insurance and a whole lot more? So what are you waiting for? Hip-hop group tag team to help you plan dessert?
Fresh vanilla, rocky road, chocolate peanut butter cookie dough. Scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop this, scoop shakalaka, 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 shaka, scoop shakalaka, shakalaka, shakalaka.
Geico. Switch today and see all the ways you could save.
Girl, daddy's girl. Gonna get that girl a pony, a drum set, and braces, quinceañera, a car, dream college, destination wedding. Are we gonna be okay? Regions.
It's a girl!
87% of people think about money all the time. Regions makes it easier to get back to the moment.
Hey, anywhere you can watch a game is a good place to be, but how about that?
Well, here they call it a parking garage. Where I'm from, we call that a skybox. It's a lot of fun. There's some more families here at the game tonight. That's what it's all about. People here with their families, their parents, their grandparents, their aunts, their uncles, supporting these great student athletes. Beautiful night. That's what it's all about.
Great softball matchup being played in the state of Alabama. 7, 8, 9 batters for the Lions. Bevis takes strike 1.
You've heard me all year talk about this is the 50th anniversary of Title IX. So exciting to see all these young ladies get to play the sport they love, compete hard. They work hard, they go to class, they study hard, they ride them buses, they lift them weights. I'm so happy for them.
Partain out in front, 0-2 on Bevis, who has a single tonight. That was back in the 2nd inning. Snapped her out of an 0-for-11 streak. She's had success this season against Samford. She has 5 hits against the Bulldogs.
Yeah, and as we spoke about earlier, this game should be 0-0. A couple of Bulldog errors. You take either one of them away, it's probably 0-0. 2 of them in the second led to 2 runs, and it's 2-0 Lions.
Pulled foul, 1 ball, 2 strikes. It stays on the sophomore, Cindy Bevis. EJ touched on it earlier. Bevis wanted just 2 players in the lineup hitting under 300, but just barely.
Well, and now she might be hitting more than 300 because she was 293 coming in, and she had a single last time. So good hitting club.
Smokes this one out of the reach of Sherbutt. Count remains the same at a ball and 2 strikes.
Sherbutt almost ate the dugout fence. I'm glad she did not. She was going over there trying to make a play on that soft foul liner. Looked like it might be rough, but she pulled up ahead of colliding with the dugout, and I'm glad she did.
Good to see her with a smile on her face after that last sequence. 1-2, deep fly ball left field. Cawthorn has it for the out.
Good battle there. Really good battle there.
Now batting number 30.
By the
Amber
hitter and the
Brown.
pitcher. Ball hit with some authority to left, but Michaela Cawthorn reels it in.
Bases are empty for Taylor Brown. Not a lot of plate appearances this season for Brown. She is 6 for 12 at the plate.
That'll pay the bills.
Takes a strike, it sure will. Just making the most of her opportunities.
Brown from Florence, Alabama, just drove right across town to UNA, formerly known as Florence State, now the University of North Alabama.
Check swing goes around for strike 2.
Partain has thrown well tonight. Both pitchers have thrown well tonight. It's all about mistakes thus far on the defensive side of the ledger.
And EJ, she appears to just have gained more confidence as this has gone on tonight.
She has. She's done well. She didn't let the 2 runs that scored on the 2 errors bother her. Showing a lot of poise for a freshman, doing a good job.
Swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts tonight for Partain. She has set down 6 in a row.
The old timers call it pulling the string. That's exactly what Jordan Partain does right here.
Hayden Kirby.
Down and away on a changeup. I like the fire from Colby Holcomb behind home plate. And that's out 2.
Here's the number 10 batter, the sophomore Haven Kirby. Kirby's single run scored tonight. She's one of the players Ashley Kozlark said she has been a very pleasant surprise this season. Again, only played in 1 game last year. Just got off to a great start this season that Kozlark could not take her off the field. Ground ball up the middle. MK Tedder whips it over. It is in time to secure the 3rd and final out. So Jordan Partain starting to get comfortable in the circle for Samford. She's retired 7 in a row. North Alabama leads 2-0 over Samford. Bottom of the 4th on the way up.
Good night. Good night.
Hey, I was watching that.
You've seen it like 10 times.
You've seen it 10 times.
I drive the carpool in the morning.
Yeah, we both have to get up early.
Just turn it back on.
Okay.
Sometimes you just have to move. Penske Truck Rental. Free unlimited miles on one-way rentals to keep you moving forward.
We've reached the bottom of the fourth. North Alabama leading Samford 2-0. Lions cashed in on a couple of errors back in the second inning to go up 2-0. Samford, EJ, the Bulldogs are looking for their first base hit, looking for their first base runner tonight.
Yeah, it's been all about Elena Escobar in the circle for the UNA Lions tonight. She's gone through this lineup, bing, bang, bong, 3 straight innings, and it's going to be up to the leadoff hitter, Squalachi, and her teammates to try to get on base and get on the board.
Bulldogs have the top of the order.
Sarah Squalachi.
It's the true freshman, Sarah Squalachi, out of Woodstock, Georgia. Squalachi slaps one, just foul, and over the head of the third baseman, Broadfoot.
Squalachi, one of 7 or 8 Georgia girls on this Samford roster. Baseball's got over 10 Georgia guys on the roster here at Samford. She's trying to get on base for the Dogs.
Strike fired in by Escobar. That is a state, especially on the baseball side, that has produced so much talent, especially as of late over the years.
Yeah, a lot of talent in that Georgia area, a lot of talent in Alabama.
Softly hits a third. Broadfoot fires it over, and it's in time. So Squalachi is put away to begin the fourth.
Didn't get her by much, but she was out. You'll see it on the replay here. Nice hustle. Boom, boom. Out by half a step.
Now batting for your Bulldogs,
Out one.
number 33, Michaela Cothran.
Samford left fielder Michaela Cothran steps in. She's one of 9 true freshmen on the roster for Samford. That is Thompson, the SoCon. Drills it foul for strike one.
Samford's hunting a bloop and a blast here. Got a speed demon in the box, a slapper. Got a couple of really strong hitters on deck and in the hole. Runs are at a premium. That's one of the reasons why you hate to give away a couple, as was done earlier in this game, but there's nothing you can do about it now. You just got to keep fighting forward.
Well, 2 of the games this season between these two teams were decided by 1 run. The other one decided by 2. First game of the season between these two teams, it went 9 innings. Two, 1. Here's a little flare to left field. Diving effort, and it's caught by Hargett for the out.
Yeah, big time play here by Hargett. Hargett's the old left-hander from Hayden, Alabama. Runs in hard, gets under this ball here. Makes a very nice catch to keep Samford runner free. 2 down here in the home half of the fourth.
Being a southpaw helped Hargett with that one. First pitch up and away to MK Tedder for ball 1.
Well, now if you're going to score this inning, you got to hit a double here and a single, or a single and a triple. It's going to have to be some heavy lumber to score now with these 2 heavy hitters. Escobar didn't throw many change-ups, but when she does, they're good. That was a little bit outside, but certainly keeps Tedder off pace. But it is 2-0. It's a cripple count for a strong hitter.
MK Tedder, 2-time Conference Player of the Week this season. Most recently, April 11th. She leads Samford in 4 different offensive categories. Takes a strike. It's now 2-2.
Perfect pitch by Escobar. A lot of people thought it was down. It's not. It's at the hollow of the knee. Tedder is a tall hitter. That one was on the knee. They say the umpire gets one, the pitcher gets one, and the hitter gets one. That's at the bottom of the knee. That's been a strike all night. The question is, on 3-2, will Escobar go back to the change? That's the key, is the hitters have got to have the change in the back of their mind because it's so good.
Here comes the payoff pitch. Ripped to center field. There's the first hit of the night for Samford.
Well, this is good hitting right here by MK Tedder. She gets it to 2-0. Takes a good hack and makes it 2-1. Then she gets one on the knees, 2-2, one up high, and then bam on 3-2 right up the middle. Really nice job of hitting there by MK.
So tying run comes up to the plate in Timberland Sherbut. She leads the team with 6 home runs and has a base hit up the middle. Back-to-back singles for Samford with 2 outs here in the 4th.
Well, 2 big hits right there by Thunder and Lightning. This is right back up the middle by Sherbut. So the best 2 hitters in this lineup get on base. Now it's a matter of, can these other Bulldogs drive them in? And there's some more good hitters on this club too. Nobody in the bullpen for the Lions.
Merritt Cahoon check swing, and it spins foul.
That's that change. Really the only solace if you're a Samford fan is that changeup was probably going to be a strike anyway. It was a feeble swing, but it was probably going to be a strike anyway, so you're probably where you would be even if you'd have took it.
Tried to hit the corner, 1-1.
If you're Timberland Sherbut at first base, you were saying to yourself, anything to the fence, I am scoring. Anything to the fence, I am scoring, no doubt about it.
1-1, she could have a chance at it. Fly ball center field, it's over the head of Harper. 1 run will score. Sherbut does get waved home, and she does indeed score to tie the game at 2 on the double off the bat of Merritt Cahoon.
Well, these 3 big Bulldogs said, look here, we're busting out the heavy lumber, rattle these bats, bam. Merritt Cahoon gets on one in the left center field gap, just out of the reach of Lexi Harper and all the way to the wall. MK Tedder scores. Timberland Sherbut scores. Coach Kimball Cassidy says, that's what I'm talking about. And now, don't look now, but the Dogs, if they can get a single right here, they'll be hunting 9 outs to win this ball game after not having a hit before this inning.
Escobar hadn't retired the first 11 in a row. 2-out rally for Samford in the bottom of the 4th. Here's the first pitch off the bat of Hornibrook. She will pop out to the second baseman Jones for the 3rd and final out. Samford picks up 2 runs. They do it on 3 hits. A runner left stranded. Highlighted by the double off the bat of Merritt Cahoon to drive in 2 runs. Deadlocked at 2 apiece in Birmingham between Samford and North Alabama.
Holston Gases is proud to announce we are the official gas supplier to the Southern Conference. Since 1921, the Southern Conference has been developing student-athletes to produce lifelong leaders and role models. Holston Gases is in or near 7 of the Southern Conference cities and is proud to partner with the Southern Conference to continue the excellence of producing lifelong leaders and role models. Look for the Holston Gases green diamond logo in your area. Holston Gases delivering industrial, medical, propane, and CO2 gases along with welding and safety supplies.
Farmhouse designs are known for a rustic yet refined look, mostly achieved through color. Often you'll see bright whites combined with natural elements. To maintain this look using brick, consider light-colored brick options. As a bonus, brick will never have to be painted or maintained to keep looking beautiful for decades. Bradford Hall, as seen on this home, displays a tutored edge with light face distressing to give your home a time-worn feel. If you've decided to go with a white brick for your farmhouse, choose a lighter mortar such as antique white. Consider using brick in subtle and creative ways. If you have questions about our products, we're just a phone call away.
is the top of the 5th. Samford and North Alabama are tied at 2. Well, we knew this one would be fun and entertaining, and it has not disappointed.
Yeah, been a really good ball game so far. Samford was held without a hit until 2 outs in the 4th inning, and then bing, bang, bong. Next thing you know, you go single, single, double, and this thing's tied up 2-2.
Top of the order for the Lions. Here is the senior Lexi Harper.
Watch the bunt here.
Thought about it, called strike 1.
Don't forget, earlier in this game, Harper had a lot of trouble on the strikeout you see on your screen there. Jordan Partain, fastballs up and away. Harper had trouble with those, swung through 3 of them.
Taps it, caught foul by Colby Holcomb.
And that's what Coach Ashley Cozart, you know, a national championship coach, that's what she's saying is, hey, last time Harper did not look great against Partain, but she can fly. Let's bunt it away from Sherbet and see what happens. Let's see if they keep the bunt on or take it off.
That time she swung, and it's 1-2 now.
Yeah, and I would bet the farm. Absolute. Well, you can't bet. I would say. I would guess. I would say that this next pitch is going to be an up and away fastball with a lot of mustard on it to try to punch out Harper like she did the last time up.
There it is. It misses. 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Now, you don't want to go to the well too often, but that's an area where Harper has just had a lot of trouble against Partain, and you would think that they would try to do that as opposed to throwing a change or something and speeding up her bat.
Softly hit right side. Flip to Merritt Cahoon for the out.
It was the change. Partain threw a good one, and she got away with it. It did speed up the bat of Harper, but it fooled her so much that she was not able to get good wood on it. Slow roller to Squalacci. Underhands it to Merritt Cahoon. 1 out.
Haley Jones now batting. Jones coming off a big series against Jacksonville State. She had 5 hits against the Gamecocks in the series victory for North Alabama. Bouncing ball to MK Tedder at short. 2 outs.
Well, Samford's in a situation right now, Graham, where if they get 1 more out, they're going to have the hammer. What am I talking about? This is what I'm talking about. If they record 1 more out before UNA scores a run, that's going to put the Dogs in a situation where they have 3 more at-bats, and UNA is only going to have 2 more at-bats. That's a big part of late inning game situations.
Hargett taps it foul for strike 1. EJ Jordan Partain has retired 9 in a row. Just what have you seen from her during this stretch here?
Poise, competitiveness, fire, command of all of her pitches. Really, really has pitched great tonight, just like she did this weekend against Chattanooga.
Well, now she's got options with an 0-2 count.
Yeah, she got Hargett out in front on the change, and then she blew a fastball right by her. So really she can do anything she wants here, up, down, in, out, whatever she wants to do. Bounce one, it's all in her hand. The only thing she don't want to do is hit her. The pitch here, which some people don't like late in games, and I'm one of them, is the fastball in, the freeze-it fastball in. She's trying to fight off fastballs away. She pulled a changeup earlier. The pitch here is the fastball in, but it is risky if you don't get it in there. Visit by Coach Gillespie from the dugout to home plate umpire Frank Holcomb. Not really sure what that visit was about.
You don't see a lot of pitching coaches visit with a home plate umpire.
No, that's a rarity. That's like Haley's Comet. Still nibbling is Partain. That's smart. It was 0-2. Now it's 1-2. She can still nibble. Thing about the change, you got to be careful because it'll speed up Hargett's bat and she could hit it in the gap or worse.
Lays off the rise ball to make it a 2-2 count.
Hargett 2 homers, 24 ribbies. Definitely don't want it to go 3-2. Want to make it happen here if you're Partain. If you're Hargett, you're saying, bring it to me. I want to hit it. That's ball 3. Old trick. Old trick. Her daddy taught her that one. Her daddy taught her that one. Sometimes you can catch the umpires napping. That's just 3. Now you're attacking. If you're Partain, you're attacking right down the middle. Woman against woman.
Line drive, foul. What a plate appearance by Hargett. Again, she was down 0-2 at one point.
Yeah, doing a good job. And these are the type of situations in games where it's just woman on woman. I mean, Partain is going to attack the strike zone. Hargett's going to take. I would be against the change here. I'd be just fastball. Let's go. And the temptation, Graham, the temptation is, well, she's fouling off on my fastballs. She's not fouling them off with authority. She's not fouling them off. She's fighting them off. She's behind those 2. She's fouling them over by the bullpen. Those aren't violent, aggressive cuts. That's a violent, aggressive cut. But these are, you know, bottom line, these are 2 good players. Partain's a real good player. Hargett's a real good player. And that's one of these at-bats where they're battling. And that's what it's all about.
This will be the 10th pitch in the at-bat. 3-2, softly hit, diving stop by Sherbert from her knees over to first, gets the out. Timberland Sherbert putting on a show defensively at third base. What a play by the senior.
At the top of the 5th, it was 3 up and 3 down.
So as we head to the bottom of the 5th, Samford 2, North Alabama 2.
It really touches my heart that individuals at Ingalls treat you like family. They invest their love into you, they invest their business into you, and they give back to communities in rural areas like ours. I don't know exactly where family farmers like mine would be without Ingalls supermarkets.
Bender, take 1. Tonight's matchup, me versus an ugly fender bender. If I can eke out a win, it's going to be a miracle, baby.
Mr. Vitale, it wouldn't be a miracle because Geico gives you a team of experts to help manage your claim.
It's going to be a nail biter.
No, the Geico team is there for you 24/7.
Geico is awesome, baby. Too much?
I think we got it.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
Bottom of the 5th, Samford 2, North Alabama 2. We got a good one going on in Birmingham. All right, EJ, take us through this last out.
Well, smoking's a bad habit. Diving's a good habit. Here's Timberland Sherbert. Dives from her knees over to first. Retires Hargett by a half a step and gets the dogs in the dugout. It don't get no better than that.
Yantis takes strike 1 to begin the bottom of the 5th. So 7-8-9 for the Bulldogs. Both runs and all hits came last inning for Samford. All with 2 outs.
Mackenzie Newcomb is throwing in the bullpen for Samford. Would we see her if the Dogs score in this inning? Not sure. She has not had luck against this UNA offense this year, as you mentioned. But the wheels are definitely turning in the minds of both these head coaches. That ball swung on and fouled, tremendously fouled a fastball. Look for Escobar to come back with a change. Perfect time to throw a change is after somebody pulls a fastball foul by a lot.
Back with a fastball, just missed, barely.
Yeah, nibbling there on 1 and 2. A nice pitch, barely missed the outside corner. Back even at 2 and 2.
Yantis 1 for 4 in her career against North Alabama. Swings through that offering. That is now 5 strikeouts for Escobar tonight.
Yeah, Escobar put a little extra mustard on this one. This ball was up and away from Yantis. She threw it hard to catch up in your eyes. Strike 3.
Colby Holcomb takes ball 1. Holcomb had 1 hit over the weekend against Chattanooga. She has had success in her career against North Alabama. She does have a double and a home run. 5 total hits against UNA. Hammered to deep to left center field. She gives Samford their first lead of the night. Third home run of the season for Colby Holcomb. 3-2 lead, Bulldogs.
Holcomb sat on a fastball. She got the fastball. She got it elevated, and she hit it out of the ballpark. And after being on virtual cruise control for those first 3 innings and 2 outs, Elena Escobar has given up several hits and 3 runs. And the next thing you know, Samford's got a lead with only 6 outs to get, and their ace is warming up in the bullpen.
And EJ, after that solo shot, North Alabama will indeed make a pitching change in the circle. Megan Warhurst, who had been warming up last half inning, she will now be in the circle for the Lions after Samford has grabbed the lead.
Yeah, Coach said she was going to try to go with Escobar about 3 innings. She tried to stretch her out a little bit more, and the next thing you know is 3-2 Dogs. And Megan Warhurst, as you just said, is going to come into this game for the UNA Lions and try to stop it right here so that these potent Lion hitters can get back into the dugout to hit. Her record this year, the junior from Russellville, Alabama, 3-1, 37 2/3 innings pitched, 3.72 ERA. 25 Ks, 20 walks. That's an elevated amount of walks. 280 the opponents are hitting against her. She's a left-hander, as you can see. She's going to try to hold the Dogs right here and not let them have any more.
And you saw the reaction from Colby Holcomb in the dugout. Sometimes you just hit the ball well against a different team, and that's been the case for her against North Alabama throughout the course of her career. 6 hits now, including 3 extra base hits.
Well, that was a really big hit. You know, you can't go up to the lineup card and say, and whine and say, "Oh, Coach is batting me 8. Coach is batting me 8." Well, that's not what Holcomb did. She said, "I'm glad I'm in the lineup. I'm going to try to help my team," and she got one. Watch the bunt here.
Number 9 batter in Amanda Briskin. So for Escobar, her final line, or line for the time being, 4 1/3, 4 hits, 3 runs, all earned, 5 strikeouts, 0 walks. Here's a strike. 1-1 on Briskin, who's 0 for 1 with a strikeout.
A little bit different. Got a lefty coming in there now. Got to kind of size her up. So you're left on left right here. If you're Amanda Briskin here, got a tough lefty you're going against. Got to try to put something in play. Got to try to play pepper with the shortstop. See if it'll hit a rock. See if you can beat it out. See if you can get a chopper. This has really been a tale of 2 halves of 2 games. I mean, UNA in complete control until 2 outs in the Samford half of the fourth, and then bing, bang, bong. The next thing you know, the Dogs are up 3-2.
Line drive, base hit, right center field. Amanda Briskin is off to the races. She's going to try to stretch it to third. Kirby's relay throw. It's not in time. It's a 2-out triple, rather a 1-out triple for Amanda Briskin, her first of the season.
This is really, really good softball, and it's really, really good softball coaching right here. If it's no outs, you stay at second. If it's 2 outs, you stay at second. If it's 1 out, you go, you go, you go. Briskin is coming around second base with her hair on fire. Coach says, get down in that dirt. She is safe by an eyelash, and the Dogs have got something going, and don't let a bunt surprise you right here.
How about the first triple of the career for the senior, Amanda Briskin? Top of the order, ball 1 on Sarah Squillaci.
Huge run for Samford at third base. It's so much different playing with a 2-run lead late in the game than a 1-run lead. 2 different planets. Second baseman is back.
Nice looking swing there, 1-1.
You got a speed demon in the box. You got a speed demon at third. Your enemy here is the pop out or the strikeout. It's already 1 strike on the hitter. Second baseman is the only infielder back. We'll see how it unfolds. Thought there might be a bunt in play here. Thought the bunt might be the play. There's no wrong way to do it.
Popped up, way up in the air on the infield, right side. Stokes has it. That's a big out for North Alabama.
Yeah, good job by Megan Warhurst inducing the pop-up to Squillaci. We talked about the strikeout and the pop-out being exactly what you don't want there on offense. And that's going to leave it up to the number 2-hole hitter for the Dogs if there's going to be a run scored in this inning. Another run scored in this inning.
It's Michaela Cothran, who's 0 for 2 this evening, and she takes ball 1.
Again, speed demon in the box. Left field, left side of the diamond in close.
Ground ball right side, knocked down by Stokes, and that run will score for Samford to take a 4-2 lead.
Well, the one thing a first baseman has that nobody else on the infield has is time. You don't have to rush this play. It is an error, and it does give Samford another run, and Samford is now in the driver's seat, up 4-2. Look for the steal.
North Alabama, second fewest errors in the A-Sun, just 29 this season. So this coming into tonight, 2 teams that were very good defensively. 3 total errors. All errors have led to runs.
Michaela Cothran at first base, 6 for 6 this year on stolen base attempts. And in between innings, Georgia Land has shown a very good throwing arm, but it's a lot different when it's the real deal. Between innings is one thing, but in the real game is the real deal.
MK Tedder, there goes the runner. Lands though, it ends up in shallow right center field. Cothran's going to hit to third, and she slides in safely.
Yeah, like we talked about, between innings is one thing, but a real live situation late in the ball game is another. Nice dive into second base. Sees the ball with her eyes open in center field, hustles to third, and now the Dogs have got another runner on third with 2 outs.
And an RBI machine at MK Tedder, 35 this season, a team high for the Bulldogs. Check swing, will have an appeal, goes around for a strike according to Joe Pike.
Yeah, and this is the second time Joe Pike has missed a check swing on MK Tedder. Something about what she's doing he doesn't like. This is not a swing. She's obviously holding up. She did the same thing earlier in the game, but first base umpire does not like it, and he's going to call it.
Almost similar result there, 2-2 now.
MK has got to clear her mind and hit. And if you're on the mound, Megan Warhurst, you're like, hey, we got 2 strikes. We want to get her out, get in the dugout so this really good Lions team can swing the bats.
Line drive to left field. Diving effort made again by Hargett. Actually went down on one knee to reel it in. But Samford picks up 2 crucial runs. How about Colby Holcomb going deep to give Samford their first lead in the night? 4-2 lead, Bulldogs over the Lions.
We love our fans and all for Samford. We want to honor you all.
It really touches my heart that individuals at Ingalls treat you like family. They invest their love into you, they invest their business into you, and they give back to communities in rural areas like ours. I don't know exactly where family farmers like mine would be without Ingalls supermarkets.
Bender, take one. Tonight's matchup, me versus an ugly fender bender. If I can eke out a win, it's going to be a miracle, baby.
Mr. Vitale, it wouldn't be a miracle because Geico gives you a team of experts to help manage your claim.
It's going to be a nail biter.
No, the Geico team is there for you 24/7.
Geico is awesome, baby. Too much?
I think we got it.
Yep.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Geico. Great service without all the drama.
It's the top of the 6th, and Samford leads North Alabama 4-2. And EJ, this is a Lions lineup. They're looking for their first base runner since the 2nd inning. Jordan Partain has set down 10 in a row.
She's been magnificent, absolutely magnificent, but it's going to be hard to get these last 6 out. These Lions can really hit.
Check swing by Georgia Land, who does have a base hit tonight.
Samford's gotten loose as a goose. Their dugout is loose. Their fielders are loose. I looked in the dugout last inning. In one hand, Timberland Sherbert was holding a softball. In the other hand, she had a Diet Coke and a thing of peanuts. I'm serious. She was, I mean, you know, they're loose in there because they're up. But, you know, it's going to be hard. Like I said, UNA can really, really hit. And it's going to be a very difficult game to get these next 6 outs. UNA, they got a lot of pride and they're tough. They're not going to just roll over.
North Alabama's won the previous 3 meetings this season. That ball's just foul. 1-2 now on the count on Georgia Land. These are 2 teams very familiar with each other, having great seasons, both 2nd place in their conference. North Alabama behind Central Arkansas in the West Division in the ASUN. In the East Division, you have Liberty, who's undefeated at 18-0. MK Tedder at short plants and fires and picks up another out.
I hope we see this again because this is textbook. MK Tedder catches this ball in her bare hand, and the reason she does is because she's doing it right. She's doing it right. I don't know if we'll see it again, but she had her hands. I used to teach my kids in Little League, alligator, 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 you know, like the Florida Gators. And that top gator jaw, the ball actually went in and popped her in the hand. Watch it, watch it. She catches it with her bare hand. Watch this, the gator, boom, right there. She's taught that by her daddy, former minor league player. That's a whale of a play to get out 1 here in the top of the 6th.
Broadfoot gets jammed, and EJ actually almost had a souvenir on that one.
Oh, man, I got to get one of those Harry Carey shrimp nets. That was, I mean, that was right outside the window, but I just couldn't reach it.
Maybe, what, 2 inches away? It was close.
Golly, I thought I had it.
Ground ball up the middle. The freshman Squalachi slings it over, and a quick 2 outs in the 6th inning for North Alabama.
This is similar to the play that Squalachi did not make earlier in the game, and what she did was on this play is she accelerated her legs and got in front of the ball. The other one she tried to backhand. This one she accelerated those fast legs, got in front of the ball, made a very nice play out 2.
Harley Stokes takes ball 1.
Mackenzie Newcomb is not throwing anymore in the pen. Does that mean she's ready, or does that mean they don't need her? I don't know, but Partain is throwing a gem right now.
She's retired 12 straight. There's a good rise ball, 1-1 on Stokes.
You know, for Samford to have some of these freshmen that they have. I mean, you talk about Squillace, you talk about Newcomb, you talk about Partain. Wow, what a great group of super freshmen.
Swing and a miss, 1-2. Remember, they have 9. Most of them play. That's the most in the SoCon.
I mean, I've left out some really good ones. I mentioned Squillace, you got Bruce, you got Murphy, sure. I mean, gee whiz, Corny Brook, you got Howe, you got Champion, Cothran, Partain. My heavens, what a great job of recruiting by this Samford staff.
First year head coaching staff coming over from Birmingham Southern, where they went to the Division III World Series last season.
Division III does not give athletic scholarships. You get your scholarships academically. Great job there for 11 years by Coach Cassidy at Birmingham Southern. Now over to Samford, just a short trip up 65. Pretty good pitch right there by Partain. Thought she might get that. She's been around the plate all night long.
Well, the reaction for her teammates, especially the middle infield, they thought it was strike 3 as well.
Harley Stokes, eye like a hawk, 3-2.
MK Tedder back to her at shorts. How about 13 in a row retired by Jordan Partain? She has been incredible tonight. It's a 2-run lead for Samford with the bottom of the 6th due up next.
These are the student athletes. This is where they battle. These are their homes. This is where they become Rhodes Scholars and academic All-Americans. This is where titles are forever. This is the Southern Conference.
Two-run lead for Samford over North Alabama. And you know the Bulldogs will love to earn an insurance run or two, trying to defeat North Alabama for the first time this season. Time these two programs have faced each other. It's very rare do you play a non-conference opponent 4 times throughout the course of a regular season. But that's been the case between these two in-state programs. 4, 5, 6 batters on the way for Samford. Here's the third baseman, Timberland Sherbutt. Sherbutt 1 for 2 with a single and a run scored tonight.
Sherbutt trying to get on base here. You can never have enough runs. The insurance man is knocking. Samford does have a good pitcher on the mound, and they have their ace ready if needed, but you can never have enough runs.
It's 3 fastballs in a row that have missed to Sherbutt.
Yeah, and ordinarily you might think about Turner loose. I would not. I would not. I'd take one here.
She does, and it's a 4-pitch walk to begin the 6th. That is the first walk of the night allowed by a UNA pitcher.
Well, that's going to put Samford in a situation where they can move this runner along. And just because Cahoon hit a homer last time, that doesn't mean she won't bunt her over this time. She's a complete player.
Who hit an RBI double back in the 4th. At that moment, it tied the game at 2. Ground ball right side. Jones elects to go to first to at least get 1 out as Sherbutt ends up on second base.
Well, this error won't show up because it's not an error, but it is going to be a situation that's going to hurt UNA. This is a ground ball right at Haley Jones. He certainly could have forced Sherbutt at second base to only have a runner on first with 1 out, but because she mishandled it, she had to go to first, and she did get Cahoon, but the runner is in scoring position in the form of Timberland Sherbutt.
Here's one of the freshmen you alluded to earlier, Gwenny Hornibrook. Ground ball to third. It's off the mid of Broadfoot. She sticks with it and is able to throw out Hornibrook.
Yeah, kicked away from Broadfoot a little bit, but she stuck with it. The key to this play is she picks it up with her bare hand. Watch her pick it up with her bare hand. That way she's ready to throw and is able to force Hornibrook at first base. 2 down, and it looks like we might have a pinch hitter here as Coach Kimball Cassidy is heading in the direction of home plate to speak to home plate umpire Frank Holcomb, and it looks like there's going to be a pinch hitter for the Dogs.
Ainsley Yantis was scheduled to be in this spot with 2 outs and a runner on second base. So who does Kimball Cassidy want to go to here for a pitch hit situation? It'll be the freshman Greer Bruce out of Kennesaw, Georgia.
Yeah, we mentioned Greer earlier, another one of these really good freshmen on this ball club from Kennesaw, just outside of Atlanta. And she's going to be called upon with 2 outs to try to knock in Timberland Sherbutt from second base and give the Dogs an insurance run.
Bruce Harrison High School won a 6A state title there. Jumps on the first pitch, fly ball, center field. Harper has it for the 3rd and final outs. So as we advance to the top of the 7th, North Alabama is down to their final 3 outs. It's a 2-run lead for Samford. So for North Alabama, down to their last 3 outs, and they have the bottom portion of the order coming up with Samford leading 4-2. Got some UNA fans making the trip to Birmingham tonight for this in-state showdown. So Sydney Bevis will lead off for the Lions. North Alabama, no base runner since the 2nd inning. Both runs were helped out by 2 errors that inning for Samford. Ball 1 to Bevis, who's 1 for 2 with a single. So Bevis has the last base hit in this game for North Alabama. Skies one to left field. Cawthorn underneath it. She has it for the out.
Really good job right there by Cawthorn.
30, Taylor Brown.
So 1 out, bases are empty. This is Taylor Brown.
Partain, really nice pitch right there by Partain on the outer third. She's done a really nice job tonight trying to finish it out for the Dogs.
MK Tedder at short, floats it over. UNA has 1 out remaining. What a performance tonight for the true freshman out of Macon, Georgia, Jordan Partain.
Haven Kirby.
Against Chattanooga, she went a career-high 9 innings and earned a victory over the Mocs. And she has followed that up with a dazzling performance tonight. Ball 1 on the number 9 batter, Haven Kirby. Kirby 1 for 2, single, run scored. Pulls it foul. 1 ball, 1 strike. So after tonight, North Alabama will take on the Memphis Tigers at home tomorrow night, and then Central Arkansas this weekend for a pivotal 3-game series. That's a Memphis team that lost last night to Ole Miss in Memphis. Misses low and outside, 2-0 on the count. Samford will hit the road. They are playing at East Tennessee State this weekend. Two-1 to Kirby. In the dirt, 3-1. Samford off to its best start in program history in conference play. Bulldogs are 11-1 in the SoCon, shaping up for a huge series to wrap up the regular season against UNCG. That's a UNCG team which is undefeated in the SoCon. Those 3 games will be played here at Samford. 3 balls, 2 strikes on Haven Kirby. Payoff pitch, lined at the left field line and curling foul. Let's do it again. Jordan Partain is retired 15 in a row. Trying to shut the door on North Alabama. She's walked 2 and has struck out 3 tonight. 3-2. Payoff pitch. Kirby pops one up behind home plate and out of play. What a battle in the 9th spot by the sophomore Kirby. She's fouled off the last 3. Three-two pitch. This is the 11th pitch in the at-bat. Who will win this battle? 3-2. Low for ball 4, and that is the first base runner for North Alabama since the 2nd inning. And that snaps the 15 in a row retired by Jordan Partain. And for the Lions, they will have the tying run come up to the plate. There you see Ashley Cozart visiting with our home plate umpire tonight, Frank Holcomb. She will make a change in the batter's box.
Pinch hitting for the Lions, number 00, Katie Killen.
So the junior Katie Killen is the new pitch hitter. She's pitch hitting for Lexi Harper, who went 0 for 2 with a walk tonight. Past the catcher, Holcomb. Kirby now on second base. 2 outs. North Alabama looking for a late rally. Samford scored their first 2 runs of the game with 2 outs in the 4th. UNA looking for similar results. Count now sits at 2-0 to Killen. And now Samford head coach Kimball Cassidy will go out to the circle. Well, it's never easy, is it? That final outs. You have a Samford team looking to secure their first win this season against North Alabama. And what's been a fun, entertaining game tonight. Hard fought all the way around. And again, we knew this game would be close. The previous 3 meetings this year have all been decided by 2 runs or less. One of those games went to extra innings. There's a strike fired into Killen. 2-1. Boyd shown. It's called a strike. 2-2. Two outs. Kirby on second. Two. Slapped foul. Jordan Partain has gone the distance 8 times this season. Can she make it 9? 2-2. There were 2 quick outs in this inning. Kirby was able to draw a walk. The count is full on Killen. Called strike 3. Partain does it. Strikes out Killen for the final outs of the game, and for the first time this season, Samford wins over North Alabama. They do it 4-2 in Birmingham. That is win number 27 this season for Samford. North Alabama falls to 32-14. Look at the reaction from Jordan Partain, the freshman, fired up after picking up another win in the circle this season. E.J. Brophy will visit with Samford head coach Kimball Cassidy momentarily. And he is ready. We'll send him back down to him. EJ, take it away.
Down here on the field with head coach of the Samford Bulldogs, Kimball Cassidy. Coach Jordan Partain was magnificent.
Yes, when she's lights out, she's so good. And so started off a little shaky a little bit, and then we started off defensively kind of shaky. But once we got in the hang of things, she was lights out.
Yeah, and then the Dogs weren't scoring. Then here comes the big shots. Bam, 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 bam. And the next thing you know, it's 4-2 Dogs.
Right. Well, the middle of our order has done such a good job this year, and it was good to see Colby Holcomb come through with a home run right there. So just proud of our kids. It's always good to win an in-state against an in-state rival.
Congratulations.
Thanks, sir. Go to Bulldogs. Go to Bulldogs.
All right, back up to you, Graham.
All right, thanks, EJ. Final score tonight, Samford 4, North Alabama 2. For my partner, EJ Brophy, and for our great crew at Samford, I'm Graham Doty. Again, final score this evening, it's a 4-2 victory for Samford over North Alabama. All games airing on the ESPN Network, streaming live and archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.